Switching gears, industrial hemp. It's a growing trend in New York, and with Governor Cuomo's recent expansion for research and production, it's expected to get even bigger.
But what exactly is hemp and what does it produce? Well, we spoke to one professor at Cornell University leading the school's effort to learn more about this crop.
Donald Vyans is a professor of plant breeding and genetics at Cornell University and is also leading efforts of hemp research and production. First thing to get out of the way, what exactly is hemp and is it the same as marijuana?
It's really the same genus and species as marijuana, but the difference is that marijuana is high on what's called THC, which is the hallucinogenic chemical in the crop. It might be like 15, 20, or 30% of the crop. With industrial hemp, again, it's the same genus and species, but it's really low in THC. The regulations say that it has to be less than 0.3% THC in the crop.
The first trial seeds were planted at Cornell back in the fall to test how the crop holds up in the region's climate. Plans are now moving forward for springtime planting season.
Next spring, we'll be planting several varieties and comparing them to see how productive they are for both fiber and grain, looking at the chemical components within the crop there.
In terms of what hemp as a crop can be used for, Vyans explains there are three main categories: fiber, grain, and oil from the seed, and pharmaceutical use. Fiber, for example, can have a variety of uses within that breed.
Automobiles for plastics and so forth, because it has a really high strength to weight ratio. It could be used for insulation in buildings or even for building walls like stucco type of walls for building. Be used for making paper, rope, textiles like clothing and so forth. So there's just thousands of uses.
Planning is currently in the works to hold the first ever industrial hemp summit in the Southern Tier, and Cornell University is a contender for a host location. Stay with WENY News for developments around this topic.